All right. Wait for some people. So what do we got, David? Power Pro? Yeah. Got anybody watching? Not yet. So we don't get the key on for anything, right? Hey guys, we're gonna try to get this thing going here. We've been working for a while. I'll once we get a few more people in the room, then we'll talk about what's going on, okay? But yeah, we're about to turn this thing over. See what happens. What you think, man?
We need to go ahead and spin it for oiling. Let's check that one more time.
A little bit nervous, guys, so hang in there with me. But so we've been out here a while. We put oil in it. I went ahead and pulled the distributor out and primed it up a little bit. The priming thing I have didn't work that great, so I got like 20 psi oil pressure. Transmission fluids in there. What else?
Put some water in the radiator.
Water in the radiator. We put new plugs in, which aren't the plugs that are going to be in there full time. It's just some plugs so we can start it tonight. And I just want to say tonight is just a first startup. And you see like this hose here, just a bypass hose. We got a wire going to the coil. That's just temporary. We just want to get this thing started. It's been a while. We want to get the car started. So I went ahead and hooked up the FiTech. Went through the controller. I put the basic settings in, V8, 360, put a rev limit of like 5,500, and then what else?
Switch the air fuel a little bit.
Yeah, air fuel I lowered because of the turbo. So it was wanting a, what do they call that? A target.
Mm-hmm.
So the target
AFR.
Target AFR was like in the 13.8 range, so I backed that down to 12. Yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and bump it over and make sure we have oil pressure. The engine hadn't been started in 5 years. This one came out of Big Red. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over. See if we got a little pressure gauge up there on the cowl.
Yeah, more temporary.
Yep, just more temporary. I ripped it out of the Big Red actually a few minutes ago. But let's go ahead and spin it over, make sure we have oil pressure. Whenever we know we have fuel pressure, we already primed the fuel system. And I think we did everything. I think we're good.
We hope we hope we're good.
When I put the distributor back in, I set the crank to about 15.
Your dad's in there.
I set it to about 15 degrees before top dead center, and then I lined it up with my distributor, so hopefully I've got 15 degrees ish. And yeah, distributor's locked out, and the Go EFI I also locked that out. So I'm gonna use, so I think in the last video, if you guys saw that, we're having issues with the neutral safety switch. So I'm going to use my handy dandy power probe. I'm going to put it on the negative side of the starter solenoid, hit the negative button, and we should be able to spin this thing over. Just for oil pressure right now. You're out. You get out here.
Yeah, I don't. Ain't nothing but a thing.
Alright, so What am I missing here? That's what we're missing. I'm wrong. I'm just gonna hit the go. It's too powerful for this. It won't go.
We got other methods.
Yeah, trip my breaker. Alright. I'm gonna have to ground it, and then you're gonna have to turn the heat.
Hang on.
I need a jump wire.
Go on, get it.
Anyways, I wasn't thinking right on that end. The ground that I'm thinking of has to be grounded in neutral or park, and then the power has to be given to it. So, brain fart. Maybe it will work with
You want that one? And then I got this.
this is good.
Alright, power code's gotta move. Snatching them off.
Go ahead.
Spin it over.
Just spin it over. Not enough ground. See if the neutral safety's holding. Who knows? Go ahead. It's clicking now. What's going on? We turned it over the other. We bumped it and turned it over the other day, so I'm kind of baffled about what's going on right now. There's too much going on. No, that's not one. It's got ground. The neutral safety's fine. Is that what you got?
I was looking at.
Yeah, it's grounded. So why aren't we getting them go?
Try it again.
Low voltage or something? Well, uneventful so far. Bad starter relay. It's a new one, unless we fried it just then. So, starter's new. You can hear it clicking though. It's like low voltage. Yeah. It's showing 12 volts though. 12.6. You want to do the remote starter?
Yeah.
What you think, guys? Remote starter? This thing's super old. Is this gonna work? Do we have it here? No. Dude, what has happened?
Oh, this makes sense.
We literally had this thing turning over the other day. Did it fry? We got 12.6. You under it? Let's check this thing. Come here, there. How that guy? Good Lord, what's he doing? Pull trigger. So he's working. That worked. I'm missing something. What am I missing, guys? Oh, man. Why wouldn't that send power down to the starter? I just jumped it off. There's no way that it shouldn't have worked. Check. I can feel it clicking when you turn the key. Turn the key and let me see if it gets power, whatever you.
On.
So it's getting power, it's not, the starter's not engaging. It's not power, it's the starter. Check the wire to the starter.
Yeah. Earlier.
Alright, so the relay's fine. Engine ground. We have 2 grounds. You wanna try grounding that starter straight to it? David's underneath looking at the wires going to the starter, but everything's working in the relay fine. Do that.
So we got everybody's where they're supposed to be here. Maybe a rent. What was this? A half?
Yeah.
Maybe a half or what? Put it in. Okay, go ahead and pull the battery so we can check this.
I just pulled the battery. David's checking the wires and might do a ground directly to the do a ground right to the starter. So we'll see. Come on, man. Whenever you don't know what to say, just say, I don't, come on, man. Just think. How's that plug that goes to the starter, the trigger wire? That little dude fry?
Yeah, the connection's not happy.
Where's that other one at? So the starter has, it's a newer starter, like off a 2000 Dodge Ram, and it's one of them little ones. And the little plug that goes in those are pretty aggravating, so I think that's what it was. I was trying to find another one. I had another plug, but it's just a single wire plug that triggers the starter. Hey, man. You like it?
This plug is just shoddy, dude.
Yeah. You like broke?
It's flimsy right here. You got so much all this on the crap thing.
It looks not good.
It looks not good right here.
Yeah.
Okay. You see your light? You're in front there.
Yep. No starter action.
Yeah, that's a problem right there, dude.
Yeah. Looks like these things have like a cheap wire inlet on top of the starter, and maybe we roughed it up.
Yeah, no, I can see it. It smoked it. Didn't have a good connection.
The plug?
Yeah, the plug. Inside the plug is shot.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Yeah, it was, when I took it apart, there was smoke. So it's the plug to the starter. Can we jump that?
We have to jump inside the starter. Like that connector coming out has to be jumped. The starter might have doomed us. Oh boy. Just cut that connector off and look at it. If it's burned up, just cut it off.
Well, the one on the starter itself is the problem.
The one on the wire spine?
No, it's not good. But it's not the problem. It's on the starter side that's the problem. Come take a peek.
You gotta go under the car. No, man.
inside the plug.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
The connection's gone.
So like we didn't have a good connection and
Oh,
every
it's
time.
broke off inside here.
Oh, is it?
Dang it. Oh.
We don't have an old.
It's the only starter.
Yank the
So-
starter off Big Red.
Do what?
So when you yank the starter off Big Red.
Starter on Big Red's like this big. It's got the giant one. I don't even know if it would go in there.
Oh, that's steering right
Yeah, so the plug going into the starter, it's just a single little, it's, man, it's tiny. Let's see.
there. Another one.
So the starter connector is literally like a pin like that. And it broke off. It melted it off into the female side. So. I mean, there's not even a way to jump it off. Toast. I mean, just pull the starter, I guess. Is that half under there?
Yeah.
What, 5/8? Gonna be good.
Come on. Yeah, probably 5/8. Alright, you got the positive disconnected, right?
Got the negative disconnected.
Go ahead and take the positive too, since I'm gonna have to, we're gonna be dangling down here now.
Okay.
You good?
Well, you good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5/8 shallow. With some, probably gonna need a 6-inch extension for the top side.
I'm trying to get the top one. There you go.
You on it?
Yeah, that's a 11/16 though. I thought, is it 5/8? It looked like 11/16 from over here. No, it's 5/8.
That's 5/8.
So 5/8, 16 millimeter?
Oh, that's your kind of conversion. Alright, go.
pulling the starter off, guys. David's pulling the starter off. Yeah, that thing's burnt off in the connector, so probably get rid of that connector completely. Try to find something else. Hand off the baby. It's a pretty flower. He smells bad, that's for sure. So, light. So see in there? Maybe, maybe not. Something like that.
Yeah.
He's broke off in there, but anyway, he stinks too. You can smell the burn, so apparently we didn't have it connected perfectly. I'm gonna take the solenoid off here, or just open it up, see if I can get to that connector. Maybe we can still manage to do something with it. Old crony. All right. Crazy numbers. $7 mil. Why y'all using a 7 mil? Where's the drill at with a 1/4 inch like drive?
Gave me 1/4 inch drive earlier.
I know where that's at. If you know where the drill's at. Probably about to make a mess.
It's alright. I've done that before.
Broke it anyway. There you go. Let's see if I can turn the camera around. Is that a thing? Yeah, there we go. All right, see how this fella is just kind of dangling there? It's just, I don't know, it's just a cheap way of doing things, in my opinion. And looks like that solder might be a little weak right there.
It's not much.
No. So, I don't really...
We can run a wire into that.
See, I bet you what happened. See how it's dangling like that? It grounded. When it powered, it hit that right there and it grounded. That's what caused it to do that, I bet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't know why this
It dropped insulation.
Yeah. It'd be like this and like sitting down in that. And then have them connected where there's some rigidity. But fact is,
Made in China, maybe, guys? Or rebuilt in China? It's not a...
if we
Delphi.
snip this off and we find a way to get a wire in there,
We got to
solder
insulate it to where it doesn't...
Yeah.
What you think, guys? How can we fix this? Insulate it to where it stays there. And then we need a new connector. I think we're just going to have to Yeah. I think this might have done us in for the night, guys. China. Direct wire.
Yeah.
Only thing I'm thinking is, how do we keep it insulated to where it doesn't ground out?
Zip ties.
Silicone. JB Weld. Meanwhile, haven't given you guys a good view of the car. Coming along. So I don't have JB Weld. I don't I don't really believe in the stuff. I have seen it work pretty good though. Heat shrink.
Got that.
Piece of rubber. What do we have in here? Oh, let's see.
They shot anyway. I'd say we clip that right there and find a way. Unless you're going to try and take this connection apart.
You didn't bring the soldering gun.
I don't think so.
I don't have soldering gun. Oh boy. We could keep him in there. We just need a pin. Oh, you did bring it.
80-watt Weller for the win. We're fixing to make something happen.
But what? You just want to undo this connection for now? Let's get him out and...
It's not going to be, this is a temporary. But if we can just get a piece of wire that'll sit right here. I want to take this off.
Yeah, just burn him off.
Burn him off, take him out, see what we can do to hook him up here, and then we'll jam this back into there. And then I can, one way or another, we'll zip tie him into place. And then once we get him held in place, with just a wire coming out of this, we just need to dissect this.
Yeah, we
get rid
need
of the plug.
We need a plug attachment.
Yep, and we're going to attach a wire basically to the other end of that flat bar back here. We're going to make it work.
And burn him. Here, probably pop that one. I'd use this one. Been live 30 minutes and no startup.
This is terrible.
Terrible. Act like we're novice. Not pros though. So first things first, David's gonna just heat up that wire there and just go ahead and break it free. Get this piece off, see what we can do. Denso, that's the good stuff. Honestly, I don't even know where this one came from. It's got to be from China. I think it was like Rock Auto or something. What kind of connector are we gonna use, Chris? Need to figure out some kind of connector that's gonna hold up. You think little blade connector is gonna work? Let's see.
I'm not even worried about a connector right now.
Well, we just need something coming out of it, like a connector.
It's going to be a piece of wire.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We can get these blade connectors and put them together. Have a male and a female. So check this out. This has got a cover over it, female. What if we get this one, have him coming out of the starter, put a piece of rubber hose around him so it'll be double insulated, and then from the solenoid, I think it'll work. Do it. Don't talk about it, do it. I don't guess y'all want to see my chin there.
Need some, let's go ahead and just get some dikes and
Did you hear my story though?
yeah, you're still wanting to put a plug. I'm not.
Well, we need a plug somewhere. Even if you run a foot of wire out of that starter, and we still have a plug.
Alligator clip.
Alligator clip, he says. Yeah, I think all we need to do is get that wire out of that sucker. And insulate him. 12 gauge, we ain't gonna shoot the thing. Now, David used to be a master remote control soldering genius, so we're gonna leave him on this.
What about all that? That's been a minute. Tight confines here too. So what we need to clean that tip.
David wants a clean tip for the soldering gun. Yep, you guessed it, Chase. You got him. Somebody called out the fireman stash.
Alright, and then green pad right there. You got pads right there. You got an old one?
Old enough. Go for it. Come on. We got people who want to see a car room.
Can't rush perfection. Good thing this won't be perfection.
You need a light? You good? Just get a big old honking piece of wire that we got over there and let's put that checker. Don't even worry about that guy. Oh, we ain't using that.
Yeah, that's the whole plan. I want to take this apart and hook the wire to the other side of this.
Dude, let's get a big old piece of wire that we got over there and solder it right to that. Heat shrink it, running out of that thing. Call it good.
Alright.
What you think, guys? Big piece of wire. Just run it right on out of there. It's not going to be water sealed, but we're going to throw this thing in the trash come tomorrow probably. I got some, I think, 10 gauge. Be right back. Man,
I'm walking around like a crazy man.
you have wire, you'll be able to get some.
I got some right here. I don't know what I've got.
Well, you know I've got a bunch of good stuff right here. So, let's use the same wire that, did you get yellow pliers?
No, I wouldn't grab anything.
Where's wire strippers? Here, this is the same wire coming from the solenoids. Use it. And then heat shrink. Appreciate you guys sticking around through these shenanigans. It's just part of working on cars, unfortunately. That's too big. Do we have a skinnier heat shrink? That
That stuff in the big roll in the trunk.
You think that one's skinny enough?
Yeah, there's a little. The smallest one is. That's what I used earlier. You see that? I don't know if I can see it or not.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Trying to pretend the wire.
Double lay it. Double layer it, what he said. Did you get the dikes?
How about little babies? There you go. When you get it, you get that wire hot, and it just sucks it up in there. That's what you want. Can y'all see that? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna keep working.
I think over the heat shrink, I'm also going to put like some vacuum line just to double it up.
Heat guns put away.
We can make heat gun happen though. What words did I just use?
You want the heat gun?
Vacuum. Two. That's probably perfect right there. And that'll protect it in the hole.
Got the heat gun.
Where are you plugged? Oh, okay, you're over there. What you got? I was gonna solder over it though, right? When you solder it together, then heat shrink over it.
You're trying to make it.
Yeah, I want it. Yeah, because if it arcs off anything in there, it's bad. He needs to be fully involved. We can't get them. Sign language. Because we're gonna still have that. This has to go down in there, so we have to have room for that.
Okay. All right. Hold that for a second.
I'm gonna hold the cold in.
That's silly. Doesn't do as much fun.
Now you're there. That's what I'm talking about.
Alright. Yeah, get him heated up. He ain't heated up yet.
Yep. So what we have going on, gonna solder those together, heat shrink over it, rubber tube, and then I think go with like a splice, like a blade connector or something. And then I need to get underneath the car and put a blade connector on that side. So I should probably be doing that. You got this one? Mm-hmm. Okay. I need to find blade connectors big enough for that wire.
How's that sound on camera? I bet that sounds good. This tip is filthy.
Yeah, that's the only problem. The blade, that's a big wire.
No, I can't hold him still.
Getting old.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Alright, this is gonna be for your side. I need to get under the car, do the other side.
Man,
I
that's,
hate these things. What you got? Not sticking?
it's just, it's friggin' tight in there.
Is there anything we can...
I need him. Like,
Grip
I
it.
need my little hands in there.
Yeah,
You know?
I get it.
So, why can't I put my little hands in there?
What time is it?
It's getting late.
Yeah. 21:14, what does that mean? 9:14?
9:14.
Yeah. We ain't gonna be able to start it long this time at night. Man, this wire smells terrible. This connector smells awful.
Yeah.
It got toasted. Do you have strippers? Red strippers?
Red strippers are over there by you somewhere. I don't like it.
Do or don't?
No.
No.
I don't know.
What about one of these? Cut him off. Can you fit both of them in there?
I don't know, just,
Oh boy. Is that hot? Can both of them fit in there?
if I strip this and start it over here.
Just put it on both of them. Grip it. We're making do. Can't get the solder in there, so we're gonna just try a clamp, see what we can do with that. And I need to find another. I need to find a connector that we can use. Might just have to hardwire it. Hardwire for the win. I think that's what it's gonna be. You good with that?
It is what it is at this point.
Give him a twist.
Did he stick right there? He blew back up in. He was sticking right there.
Big Red starter's a pain to get off as well with them long tube headers. It would be tomorrow. Big Red's got the old Mopar starter. You change up plans?
I just feel like
That's the way.
this has to work.
Yeah, long tube headers are no good for getting that big starter out of Big Red. I think I actually have to take the header loose, if I remember right. It's been a long time, thank goodness. Yeah, guys, help me out with some of them questions if y'all know what's going on. What you need?
Just need this thing to be happy.
Not sure about that, Mitch. Brian, it was like instant. Brian, I think what happened is maybe putting the power wires on the starter. This little guy might have gotten tweaked, and when it did, this hit the front, the starter body. But yeah, that's a new-ish starter. It's been sitting in the garage for like 4 years.
Patience. That's just so tight.
Yeah, give me an opener up.
Yeah. And then we have to figure out how we're going to get it once in there, how we're going to get it to cramp.
Scooter. Open her up, she said. Yeah. Patience.
Bamboozled.
Yeah, it'll do it. Especially when we're on the clock being stressed out by YouTube. I made him bigger.
Alright, we just need something we can actually bite. We need
You need them yellow needle nose.
dude.
They're under the car. Oh man. Got 147 people still hanging in there with us.
Really?
Oh yeah.
147 really bored people.
Flux the wires, he said.
No, trust me.
I got another word for them.
They'd already been pre-10, they just didn't want to go.
You need more leverage in that, homie. Did those get them started?
Yes. Started. I'm not in love yet. Once you marry him.
This is the absolute not right way to do this.
It's good enough.
He feels like he's gonna work. Now we gotta get the heat shrink down in there. I just whack him off right there, heat shrink him down, and then we'll funnel him back through. Thanks. You good with that? Or you want to heat shrink it through the hole?
Yeah. Oh, you want to heat shrink it anywhere?
Just shoving this. Because that can't hit that body, or that's bad. That's gonna be bad. Get my head out of your way. Why do you say so?
It's hard for me to say anything about some size or something that's good.
So starting the car turned into how to disassemble a starter tonight.
We really thought this was just gonna
Go
happen.
bigger shrink wrap, huh?
That's what you brought me. It's on there.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're just gonna get that out of there.
That's fine. No. He's used to temperature. He'll be fine. That'll work to get started. Ish. Yeesh. If I can get him through here. Be nice. Why is he there?
He shouldn't have been. He got twisted with the wire. So he's gotta just come out of the way. And then he'll go right back there.
Cut him nicely. Be nice.
Yeah. If he can just lay right back into place now.
Alright, where's that vacuum? Bang, boom. Razor blade. Scalpel.
Doctor.
Actually, just cut the wire. Let me slide it up there. Cut said wire.
How much you want?
Just enough to dangle. I don't think so.
You can smell that Super Tech.
Super Tech. Just a little isolator. Not even necessary. Who cares? Where's the Super Tech?
Now we need to start putting them back together.
Alright, so I'm not even going to put a connector on it, guys. I'm just going to hardwire it. Like I said, we're going to cut this and redo it, but we want to turn this thing over. Show you our repair real quick. I'm going to unplug that. I just got some heat on my arm. There you go. So we got it connected right there. Use some pliers. I think it got it good enough. Heat shrinked it. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna hardwire it right to the starter relay. It's gonna be fun. If I were a drill.
Be sure they're starting that back one out. That one I don't feel good about.
Skirt, skirt. Skirt, skirt. Skirt.
And they're tough.
Man. I hear us on your phone. All right. We're going this way. We're going back to put the starter on. Neighbor's gonna love us, yes. What time is it? 9:30-ish?
Yeah.
Yep, 9:29 it looks like.
Alright. You just gonna alligator put here or what? Which way?
There's a yellow butt connector in there. Butt connector. Water. Skeeter.
Do I slide on the butt connector?
Do what? I would just go ahead and put the starter in, and then it should be long enough to do
Yeah, I was just looking for it.
everything. Oh. Damn it. Already down there?
There was a guy who
Oh,
was
I got
kind of
one.
like you and said, there's a yellow butt connector down there.
Yellow butt connector. There you go. Ratchet it all. We done made a mess in a hurry. Start pretty easy.
First couple turns felt good, then it slowed up. Let's see what this bottom does.
Oh, progress, guys. Progress.
Alright, come on.
You got the bottom one started?
Yeah.
Drive side. There you go.
Try that.
Oh. Easy on the paint.
How's it feel?
Dick.
So you quit letting me run him up.
Whoa.
That's twice. Fixing to put you in detention.
Easy on the paint.
You there?
Yeah. You good with all that? 180 people hanging in there with us. We're gonna give it another go. David's down there hooking up the starter. Hmm? Dude, we've been on here for over an hour now. Yep. Gaff tape. Y'all pretty confident in our repair there? Temporary repair? Is anybody having a cold beer? I mean, I would, but yeah. We're not there yet. Sean's got the cold beer. Mopar Valiant's got one. Mr. Murph, he's had a couple. Cold beer. Dr. Pepper. Remember, anybody do the Dr. Pepper and Southern Comfort years ago? So, looks like David has the wire we just repaired connected. We have the 2 starter bolts on. Now he's just putting the wires on. Should be it. Yep. Then maybe happy things happen. Bourbon and bacon.
Bacon?
Somebody said it's temporarily permanent.
Nah. Nah.
Nah.
It ain't good enough to be permanent.
Dude, it ain't good enough for what we're doing. Super sketchy.
Where is it? Is that it right there? Like, I'm trying to be sure I'm not harassing it.
Yeah, because they're right by each other, which is this the part that damaged it. And you're all over the link. I can see.
No, I'm trying to hold it back right here.
I think you're spread around or something. No, I think you're.
I'm trying to be careful with that thing.
Well, watch that little red wire right here. That one's getting wrapped. Yeah, he's putting pressure on him.
Yeah, so busy ordered up there. I don't like having a bunch of down wires. He's trying to do it good. No, we'll call it good. Don't like it.
All right.
That's going to have to be revisited.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to do this without letting any smoke out. Cap on the turbo. Good call.
Oh, we're jumping straight to firing now. Huh?
No. But since we're not exactly thinking straight right now.
That's
Understatement.
yeah. See this little devil right there?
Yeah.
See
So
that guy?
the male portions broke off in there.
That is the trouble of the night. All right.
Oh, are we gonna start? Are we gonna try for oil pressure?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta put the battery on.
We got to hook the battery back up.
Gotta hook the battery up.
You ready?
Wired, hardwired, started.
All right, ready?
Yeah. That's it.
We're going.
No smoke. So let's go back to where we started. We're just gonna turn it over and get oil pressure. Then we'll hook up FiTech and go. What you think, guys? You ready? See if we have some oil pressure first.
You want power probe for anything right now?
No, let's. We fixed everything. It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
I wouldn't say fixed. We rigged.
We are ready to go.
You on?
You got the wrench back there, like ready to.
It's already on loose. It's that good.
The wrench is on the battery just in case we get a little smoke. All right, let's see if we have oil pressure.
There we go.
40 pounds. 40 pounds.
Nice.
Oh boy.
We got oil pressure.
Are we ready to start it?
Okay, let's just do that.
Ready?
Yeah, it's your. I mean, we've already made it further than we've made it yet. So. Oh, this is where we should have been an hour ago. This is where we thought we were an hour ago.
What time is it? We've been on for 74 minutes.
All right.
All right. So what I have to do is hook on the hook up the FiTech along with the coil.
Yeah, and then let's check. Go ahead and hook him up, and let's check settings again and be sure.
Oh yeah, we
That's gonna need that one then. Alright, so you can hear the electric fuel pump kicks on, and then it's once FiTech saw enough fuel pressure, it's happy, it shuts him down.
Yeah, we disconnected the battery, so we lost our settings here. Stand by.
That's kind of a booger. Hopefully that won't be a thing forever.
We should be able to see. What else did I do? I changed the.
I mean, you change the rev limiter, but I wouldn't worry about that. We're not going to rev it.
Why does it keep going back to 355? Send to ECU. All right, back.
Oh, we need to.
Back.
Even if it's a little fat
That'll
right
be
now.
FI tuning. AFR targets. So my AFR targets are high. We're not going to be revving
Not
this
gonna
thing
be
for
running
this
it.
guy. Send to ECU. I think we have to turn it off and back on. Send to ECU.
So this whole FiTech thing is new to us also. So this is a lot of learning going on right now. We'll turn the key and crank your car. You ready? Are they ready?
Are we ready? Oh boy. Spark tester. No spark.
Okay, that's full of wire. Guarantee it's not getting wire.
I can feel it. spark. What about this thing? Any of you guys have the FiTech? We got no spark.
Got fuel. No way.
Yeah, he's. Go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit it again. I disconnected the computer and then turned it back on. One guy said do that. No Sparko. Let's see oil. Where's the power probe?
It don't matter. I'm telling you, it's right there.
Can you slide it back? Can you slide the thing back?
Nah. But you just, let's try again. Hang on.
What's your?
You got him in there?
No. Make sure he works.
Alright, be sure we got power out the motor.
Well, that's hardwired, so. This FiTech is controlling that ground side. Do it again. Where's our old spark plugs?
In the back.
China. I think he's broke too.
You need pliers, you got pliers? Just hold it.
Definitely no spark. Definitely no spark, guys. Any FiTech guys here?
It says hook test light to 12 volt positive and crank check at negative coil side.
Negative coil side while starting.
Positive. On crank, yep. Check it, positive coil side.
Positive coil side? Oh, we have the coil directly hooked to the battery. It's got 12 volts.
Alright, somebody asked to check, be sure we have it 8 cylinder instead of 4.6. We do. Asking, are you triggering it with the distributor?
The distributor is a magnetic pickup style distributor, and it's running, the FiTech's running it.
Power the coil from the battery, that's done. Signal wire 2 coil from FiTech.
That's on the negative side.
I got an offer for $20. I guess $20 per car.
20 bucks.
$20.
Got some oceanfront property in Arizona. So, I need to figure out where it's losing the spark. Is that the coil? If it's at the distributor. See, I can feel them. About the coil wire from Big Red. It's pulling the keys. So David's pulling the wire from Big Red, the coil wire. This end, for some reason, feels loose. I don't know, just trying stuff. Crazy night, guys.
No friggin' light.
So I'm pointing the camera the wrong way. There's Big Red. All its dirty glory.
This thing ain't no show truck. It just goes fast.
Hashtag runs 12s. Prove it. Okay.
Here's the video.
Nicely played.
Alright, well it's off. There you go. Sitting on top of the bell housing.
Yeah, I see it down there. Right there, yep. That wire looks hashed.
Oh, it don't look.
RPM when cranking. Guess we can read that off FiTech. Don't have a tack, we just have FiTech, so we can watch that too. That sounded good. I heard that. When you pull the boot off, when you pull the boot back. It's doing that pretty good. You sure?
Are you sure? Okay, man, that's
It's getting late. There's your muffins.
Mine are right there. God. Yours are on the dog food.
Stand by. Go ahead. Alright, so we're showing like 200-300 cranking. Yeah, 8-cylinder setting. What else? Spark. Why aren't we getting spark? We have power in the coil. We know the rotor's turning. Because we're getting RPM.
What triggers what tells it? I mean, that's, what was that option in there? In the settings.
Check the rotor. Rotor button in place, yeah. It's showing RPM, so wouldn't that represent the rotor turning? Bad coil maybe? FiTech setting? Oh man. Negative side should flush with the test light. The FiTech is the FiTech controls the negative side, so it'll still flash.
Alright, what is this one? The tack or 2-wire? We have it set to tack. What's VR coil? You know what that would do?
Send it.
What is that?
Don't know that, but I don't see. Jump in there and turn it over. A couple guys said that the negative side will flash with the test light and he's cranking. That is going to be spark, I guess.
Do you want to go back to this one? You mess with that? We'll just see what happens. I have no idea what that setting means. It's the only thing that will change. You want to mess with that or not?
Just leave it.
Maybe you want to be our coil?
I mean, we're getting readings from I'm getting the RPM. Y'all see that? Go ahead and turn it. Well, that made something.
It just coughed.
It just coughed. We 180 out.
Very possible. Smell it?
So it's firing, but it almost seems like it's 180 out. You know, if it caught fire in there, we wouldn't know.
That's what I was just sitting there thinking. It's not hot.
I don't know. I just had a thought, guys. If that thing backfired and was caught fire under there, we wouldn't know it.
But
It
it's
said
also
180. That guy just said 180 out.
having that hat on there excludes enough air. It's not like it can burn. Where's the shooter in?
You need a 10 mil for that.
Can you get it with just a regular wrench?
Get a
We need a 10 mil for that.
need to get an. That needs to be plugged. That's direct vacuum.
Oh.
I'm ready to take it off.
Can you take it off this unit fire?
The hat?
Yeah.
I just want to know that it's not backfiring and catching on fire in there.
Oh. If it caught on fire, it can't catch on fire then. There's not enough
It's coming through that turbo.
yeah, because it's excluded of oxygen, it can't burn.
Cut that one, snatch it off. Or just hold that. There it is. What you think? 180 out? It did cough like it was.
Let's hit it one more time, you'll be able to hear it.
It's spraying fuel. It's got. Why wouldn't we be getting spark the first time though? It should still been sparking. Let's see what they were talking about on the negative. Good. Alright, go ahead. Can't really tell. This thing doesn't move fast enough.
One guy saying crank it longer.
That dude, that video that we watched, that dude cranked that thing forever. It's 180 out. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me. Who agrees? Who agrees? 180 out. Watch it.
Yeah.
Is that what we're getting?
Yeah.
I told you I can never put a bag on the scooter in without doing 180.
Every time.
Ever. Oh. not the greatest design with this whole pop on cap crap. Well, yeah, there's a notch right there. It should be in.
Yeah, it's in there.
Is that gonna start? We gonna start now? Wrench still on the battery?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll see it.
Unless you moved it.
Yeah, that's okay. I get it.
Me ain't here.
I just use your phone. All right, guys, take 500.
Whose idea was to do this live?
People love it. People love it. We love it.
Alright. Is it sending fuel? Yes, it's sending fuel. Recheck the settings.
Let a rip, tater chip. What's smoking?
I don't know. Why turn the key off? It didn't go off.
That's because I've got the thing.
Yeah. I forgot that.
We got smoke. We got some smoke. So, camera. That's what we're doing. All right. So this has happened the first time we put the, I'm probably yelling. So this has happened before, this box right here, this thing, that guy, he's old and he smokes.
Sounds like somebody's granddaddy.
He's old and he smokes. I don't know what it is.
Is that Uncle Frank? He's old and he smokes too.
It was idling at 1200. And anyway, what you guys think? Finally, something. Should we go ahead and put the hat back on and hear turbo noises maybe?
Yes.
Voltage regulator? Voltage regulator. He's old, just need a new voltage regulator, I guess. Kyle, what's up, man?
Dude, let's do it. You need another zip tie?
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
You're on. What you having? Coming just right there?
I got you up here. We GoPro to none of this.
Yeah, still be. It's still the line will be on.
There we go.
we got a real good.
I don't remember what he was boat.
You set him over here somewhere, I think.
I was in such a fluster. Kind of flustered, guys. So I don't know what to do with the bolt.
I saw him. Where I saw him. Dude.
On the floor. Did I put him on the floor? That's what he said.
Nah. I swear you brought him over here. Dude, this is the messiest.
This is the messiest garage has ever been in my life.
Which drawers have we been
I'm gonna have to rewind the tape. What did I do with the bolt?
He's sitting in here somewhere.
Rewind the bolt. Rewind the tape and find the bolt. What did I take him loose with? The ratchet that we can't find? I can't find the bolt for the hat. Nor the wrench I took it off with.
Telling you, it's over there. He's over there by the toolbox.
Y'all see where I put it?
By the toolbox.
Yep. Lost all them nuts.
Dude, lost your marbles a long time ago. Look at me. Right there.
Bam! Jeez Louise. Got him.
You got the 10 mil? Ratchet and wrench?
Dude, this garage is something. Pure chaos.
You haven't tightened them? No.
The garage is destroyed. How's the quality, guys? Pretty good? I mean, we're like an hour and a half in.
Are you not entertained?
No, not the quality of us, the quality of the picture.
Let's make turbo noises. You got to hook back up. We got a zip tie on him.
He said, no, we don't have a zip tie.
Close to the jar. Dikes are on the roll around.
Let me go in my little jar. Get a zip tie. Oh, the turbo's warm. How did that happen?
Because the car drank. For the first time in forever.
And the neighbors can kiss my
It don't matter.
Mr. Jones.
It don't matter. Holy 25 text messages. Later. Get to those later.
More trash in the garage. Don't care right now.
You got a Freiburger flip-flop engaged comment. Ask him about soldering. No, what were you doing? You were trying to,
Yeah, I burnt my foot earlier.
yeah, hot things and flip-flops. No bueno.
So if the voltage regulator catches on fire,
So what? So what? Burn this mother trucker down. Okay. We just blew it out.
Bam.
Alright, so GoPro footage has been missing on
What's that whistle? What's that noise?
Look at there. See that? Oh,
Yeah, I don't want to pull the light out right now. Yeah, we got HOA, I don't care.
So, hopefully, a little bit of smoke we're getting here is
Exhaust.
just stuff cooking off those manifolds. Those manifolds have been sitting up for a long
Timing
time.
seems pretty good.
And they got rubbed down with a little bit of oil.
David's filming.
Well, I mean, it can't all just be on the live stream, right?
Yeah, we actually forgot to do the regular video that we're supposed to be doing.
We're
So
amateurs.
yeah, so the GoPro video for this week probably not going to be all that much.
So for those of you that are on the live, be glad you are, because there won't be much on the first fire video.
Yep.
Jim.
So guys, it is, what time is it? 10:30?
10:20.
Yeah, 10:20. So we're gonna kill it right there as far as waking the neighbors up. But what you guys think, man? Karen's on her way. A
Man.
little bit of smoke, but
Alright.
it's all coming off. I sprayed the exhaust headers with or the manifolds with WD-40. So
Just cooking all that off.
yeah. What you guys think? I appreciate it, man. 181 people still going. And we've been on here for like an hour and a half, 2 hours almost.
Still a little bit of work to do before Mr. Jones goes for his first ride. So the brake system, everything's in place, but there's not any fluid at all in the brake system. So we've still gotta fill up the brakes, bleed that. Probably should put a windshield in it at some point, but it's in the
Thanks, guys.
It's in the guest room. What
Thanks,
else?
Brian. We got
There's still a little stuff we
James.
gotta tighten
Appreciate
up.
it.
We gotta fix all these little shortcuts in the wire, and we gotta actually make it right. But now we know it works. This whole thing has just been a concept for the whole time, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of blown why I wasn't seeing the seeing spark when it was 180 out. I should have still been seeing spark. I mean,
Just at the wrong time.
yeah, I guess we weren't holding it long enough. But
Which is alright.
anyways, we now we got to fix the starter. That was temporary, and I don't know. Do you guys have any questions right now? How many? Who's had the most beers? Because I've had 0. I've had 0, and in fact, my mouth is dry. Just. I guess the neighbors will probably be coming over here tomorrow.
Listen, the neighbor's been watching this thing get built for years. They don't understand.
Yep. Big Red getting the juice. I'm not big on juice. I like turbos. The thing about Big Red is pickup trucks back then, those frames like twist and stuff. If I add any more power, it's gonna have to have something done with the frame. Had to plug it in. We're running low on battery. We've been running too long. Yep. cold drinks and snacks. Shoot, it's almost bedtime though.
No doubt.
Man. So,
Somebody's asking how much clearance on the bearings. It's a completely stock bottom end.
yep. Bottom end is, so the bottom end, actually this whole engine, this came out of a 2000 Dodge 2500 4x4. Snatched it out for $600. Threw it in Big Red for 2012 to 2015, so 3 years. And sat on the engine stand for 5 years. And EFI is rated at 1200 horsepower. And yeah, stock engine. Don't know how many hours are on it. Put the battery charger on her. 1,300 foot-pounds. Is yours a 2,500? Your Brian?
Yes, it's a 5.9.
Working with a 5.9 Magnum, that's correct. That's all I like to work with. So if you're new, then check out my truck. It's a 86 Ram, runs 12s. It's got a Magnum with a cam and intake in it. What gears? 355. 355 gears in both. And in fact, all three of my vehicles have a 9 1/4 rear end, and all three have posies, and all three are sure grips, and all three have 355 gears. It's a good gear. So what power are we making? So a 350 or a 360 with carburetor switched over to it, they make about 300 horsepower. And then if you do the math with 12 pounds of boost, it should make 570. Stock converter. It's I don't know what the number is on it, but it's like a 23 or 2400. It's not much. It's pretty much stock. It's 360 is like a real tight converter anyway. In fact, when I put this engine in Big Red, I had the 318 converter in there and it ran great. The green's gonna stay for a long time, probably forever. Who knows if we'll ever have the money for a paint job. $727, always 727s.
Hey, we need to get some, this fella says some tire fluid and plus blinker fluid. Okay, yep,
Yep,
work
yep.
on that right after we do the muffler bearings.
What was that about Big Red? Somebody just asked a question about Big Red, and they go off my screen already.
It said it's Big Red stock converters, the last one I saw.
Oh, Big Red's got a converter, I think it's 2800. No, I didn't do the rings, all stock. 12, there's a magnumswap.com, they said they run 16 pounds, no problems. The green is actually grown on me. I didn't like it when I bought it. I like white cars, but the green's grown on me. This motor's all stock. There's a cam in the red truck. It's a Hughes cam, 555 lift.
A little bit of love on the heads.
Yeah, this intake manifold's it with a gap. Yep, I hate to drive something with it. I've had one new truck in my life, and I was scared to death to drive the thing the whole time. Poly 318. Well, so I was planning on running this one the way it is until we kind of push its limits, maybe push the rings or something. There's another engine over there, and eventually, yeah, cam, because the cam's gonna multiply our horsepower with the turbo, so. Still smells nice in here.
I feel like we need to crank it back up.
Not this time of night.
Just 'cause of the
Any other plans? Well, in my opinion, when you have toys like this, there's always plans. When you say you're done,
You're never
2
done.
weeks later, Oh, I found it. Something new came out after Holly came out with something. Hughes Performance came out. It's always something.
No. Cars,
So-
cars never done.
Yeah. Anyways, track's open. I think our tracks are open.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the worst thing is, so we got a couple 8th mile tracks. Those are even, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours away. And then Gainesville and Valdosta, you know, those are both great 1/4 mile tracks, but it's a long ride. So
Yeah.
we spent so much time with the car. The trailer's in pretty rough shape, so
Yep.
gonna have
So
to put some tires on the trailer, give it some love, get it ready.
2 questions real quick. The headers, they would have to be fabricated. Nothing will fit on here the way for a turbo. And then why the Magnum over the LA? It's a great question. Get these things from the junkyard, don't have to rebuild them. If I rebuild an LA because they got so many miles on them, then it just costs too much money. Plus the Magnum heads flow really good just out of the factory. I mean, it does stink that you only have one, well, you have 2 intake options right now, but used to you could get an M1 intake. I can't find them anymore. But well guys, I guess it's getting late. We've been on here for over 2 hours, and
Our goal
I'm
is
really-
accomplished.
yeah, we wanted to start the car, and man, 143 of you guys are still here. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, guys. So
If you haven't seen everything leading up to this point, there's a lot of videos, about probably 30, 40 videos on Mr. Jones. You can see over the years everything that, you know, from the day we unloaded it to off the trailer. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of work went into this car to get to this point. So
yeah, it's been probably the longest project on YouTube, but but yeah. So there's 35 episodes of Mr. Jones, and then also you can check out Big Red. Hadn't done videos on him in a while, but we got track videos. 1271 in the 1/4, almost 105, and I think a 807 in the 8, something like that. So, yep, M1 intake. If you go back to my first video ever of my Dodge Dakota, it had a M1 intake, stock bottom end. It had
purple cam.
a comp cam,
Purple cam was in the
50
white truck.
505 lift or something, so not even much. That little Dakota ran 798 in the 8th mile. Cam, intake, Magnum motor. So, anyway,
Whoever's got that truck, Alex would love to have it back.
yeah, black 88 Dakota with a Magnum 360. Love to have that truck back if anybody can find it.
That truck was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was built perfectly.
You know, that one, like, everything just went together.
Yeah.
We didn't really know what we were doing, but it definitely still went together. This one is a little more
If
work.
you have a 1st gen Dakota, a B body rear end fits in it perfect. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. We are out. We got to clean up. It's getting late.
Yep.
I appreciate all of y'all being here, and we will see y'all soon.